In this video, we're going to go over how to use CODAP, and that stands for Common Online Data Analysis Platform. This is completely free, and this is going to be helping us for the project. So you have two options to get here. You can go to codap.concord.org, or you can go to Google, type CODAP, and the first link that pops out is going to be that one. Now, we're going to click where it says try CODAP. There's a box around it. And when you open it, it tells you if you would like to open a document or browse examples or create a new one. We need to create a new one. When you create a new one, this is going to be a blank template, and we're going to change the name to, I'm going to put my last name and put picture as data, because that's what we're going to be working on. After you change the name, we're going to click the menu on the left hand side, and then it gives you different options, but we're going to click where it says import. Now, this needs to be a local file, so you can click and select the file, or you can just drag it. But now let's actually get the file correctly. So we're going to go to the Google Sheet, and when you go to file, you need to download it. So you're going to download it as a comma separated values. You have different options, but we need this one specifically. We need the comma separated values. When that one is downloaded and it's in your computer, then you can just drag it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drag it right here. You're going to see that the format changes a little bit, the colors change a little bit, but the information is exactly the same one as the one in the Google Sheets. Now, after you have imported your data, we're going to select graph. We're going to be checking two different types of graphs. The ones that are going to be quantifiable, and then the ones that are going to be categorical. The quantifiable are going to be based on numbers. The categoricals are going to tell you information, for example right here, date or night, whether it was date or a night. So it's not going to give you a number, it's actually going to give you a condition. So the first one that we're going to be paying attention is the number of cars. So you go to the column and then you just drag it, and then this is the graph that you get. Once you get this graph, it just tells you the number of cars. It gives you, based on the pictures, where the cars land based on the number of cars, and then you can actually click on the mean and the median, and then you have two lines right here that represent that information. If we go to our worksheet, if you go to question number 2, it tells you what is the mean, median, and range of the number of cars. So we need the mean, the median, and the range. So when you put your mouse over the line, it highlights the line and it tells you the mean is going to be 8.1, and now the other color line is going to be your median, and that's going to be 7.5. So you can go and type that information on this section. We know that the median is 8.1. The mean is 8.1. We know that the median is 7.5. And now to find the range, what you need to do is look at the lowest number and the highest number. Now, in this case, it is pretty easy to see. You can actually just put the mouse on top of it and it tells you 31 cars, and the lowest number is technically 0 cars. So from 0 to 31, your range is going to be 31. Another way to do this is by, again, going to the ruler, you click box plot, and it tells you what is your lower number, which is 0, and your highest number, which is 31. So you would also use the box plot to figure out that point. Now, once you're done with the graph, you can take a picture of it. So it says save the image right here as a PNG file. So where you see the camera, you can click on the camera and then you can export it. You can export it using your Google Drive, or in this case, you can just put it as your local file. So in this case, I'm actually going to put local file, and I was talking about the number of cars. So I'm going to put picture as data, and then I'm going to put cars, and then I can download it. And then the picture will be saved. And this is how the picture will look like. So you can go in this section and you can add the pictures at the bottom of the document so I can see that you completed the work. Now, this is going to be, again, a quantifiable because they're numbers. Now, let's actually pay attention to a categorical. So we're going to click on graph again. And now we're going to put whether the pictures were taken during the day or night. So you're going to click on day or night and then just drag it to the new graph. Now you only see points, but it doesn't give you a lot of information. So now we're going to click on ruler, and when you click on ruler, it gives you the option to put a count or a percentage. So I want to put a count and a percentage, and it tells you 66% of the pictures were taken during the day, 34% of the pictures were taken at night. So using that information, you could actually go to the worksheet and answer the information whether the pictures were taken during the day or the night, which is actually question number 8. And when it says use percentages to justify the answers, you don't have to do anything because it already gives you the percentages on the top. And again, you're going to click on the camera and then you're going to export the image. Again, local file, and I'm going to put day or night. And then you download it. Now, we're actually going to do a third one. So if you want to compare two different things, so for example, if you want to compare if you recognize the streets, I want to put if you recognize the streets. And if you want to put if the streets were main street or small streets, so if they were main streets or not, I'm going to put the percentage. So right here you have the count and the percentage. So right here you have 3 and 2. So you do not, if the streets were small, right here, it shows that you didn't know 3 of them, and you only knew, you didn't know 2 of the main streets. Now, when it came to recognizing the streets, you actually have 9 streets that you recognize and that were not main streets, and then you have another 18 streets that you recognize that they were main streets. So using this information, you can also change the percentages if you want it by columns, if you're going to put it right here, if you're comparing these two, and then if you want to compare the cells. So you have different options right here to understand the data. If you need some support, please make sure to reach out and I'll help you on using CODAP.